Welcome to the Virtual Strategic Solutions Virtual Reality Simulation System. Accessing Legacy Dataset. Files loaded. Simulation ready. Some enterprising wastelanders gathered a variety of rusting ships, docks and debris and fashioned a ship's graveyard into a stronghold. After the death of General Becker in 2282, and as the Minutemen started to fray, a detachment led by James Wire broke off and cleared the mutants out of this location. They tried their hand at mercenary work, but they were routinely taken advantage of. Initially, Wire tried to enforce the Minutemen way of helping other settlers in exchange for caps and food, but after a while, their food supplies reached dangerous lows. Eventually, they started to practice raiding to keep from starving, with two of Wire's best men attacking caravans. After Wire discovered the actions of his men, he had them executed. Eventually, Wire himself gave in to the raider lifestyle after caravans repeatedly stiffed his men on their escort jobs. Afterward, Wire seemed to begrudgingly accept that he had to do what it took for him and his men to survive, but notes in his last terminal entry that his former leaders would be sickened by his actions and that he no longer felt like making entries. By 2283, the gang was being paid off by Bunker Hill to not attack them. Libertalia would eventually fall under the control of Gabriel, a synth, at the start of the quest, Synth Retention. Libertalia is a raider settlement composed of destroyed watercraft linked by wooden bridges. At its center is a capsized supertanker, with its stern pointing straight up, upon which a multi-level barrack stronghold has been built. The stronghold's uppermost level, where a master-level terminal guards an otherwise inaccessible safe, may be reached via a ladder in the captain's cabin entered from the top level of the barracks. Le Fusil Terribles, a unique combat shotgun with the added effect of plus 25% damage and limb damage, but with more recoil. It can be found on a wooden crate partially hidden beneath a life preserver in the captain's cabin. Once the Brotherhood of Steel arrives in the Commonwealth, Libertalia is one of the locations they will attack. If the player character kills Wire and returns later, a high-level raider, likely in power armor, will have taken his place if synth retention has not yet been started. In some cases, this is almost instant. For example, a raider veteran may spawn just as the player character leaves the captain's cabin. One can learn additional information regarding Gabriel from a terminal in the Synth Retention Bureau. It states that he had escaped the Institute via the railroad and underwent a voluntary memory wipe. He was originally known as B-592. It is hazardous for the sole survivor to wear power armor here, as it is easy to slip off the edge or miss a platform. Since the entire area is over water, the power armor-weighted sole survivor will go straight to the bottom, causing them to need to walk a distance so they can fast travel. Due to in-game constraints, the sole survivor is not allowed to exit power armor at most locations within Libertalia.